I want to watch this. I want to watch a KKK.
If there's any snitches in the group, we kill the snitches and they fire shots out of a gun.
I want to watch
boom,
this.
Boom, and everybody's kind of getting scared.
April 21, 2017.
Yes,
A group of
Fern.
men stand in a remote field in the middle of Alabama.
It was nighttime and I am blindfolded. I've been instructed to place my right hand on the right shoulder of the person in front of me in line because that signifies brotherhood.
The Brotherhood is the Ku Klux Klan, the United States' oldest, most notorious white supremacist hate group. This is one of their ceremonies.
Boo!
What they don't know, one of them is an FBI undercover agent, and he's no lightweight, 6'4", 260 pounds, covered in tattoos. His nickname, Hillbilly Donnie Brasco.
Hillbilly
He's gone
Donnie
undercover
Brasco.
as a contract killer, a contraband smuggler, an arms dealer. He's put dozens of people behind bars, from drug dealers to violent motorcycle gangs to pedophiles.
Thank you for the prime.
He's befriended and brought down biker gangs and neo-Nazis, people who are planning kidnappings, murders, and the overall downfall of society.
And when he was saying we're going on a camping trip, what he was saying is we're going to kill somebody. And everybody's screaming, death to your, F your Jewish God, death to America. And then somebody says, if there's any snitches in the group, we kill the snitches and they fire shots out of a gun. Boom, boom.
Boom, boom.
We drove all the way over to his ranch in Tennessee, and he told us everything. This is the story of Scott Payne, the redneck turned FBI agent who infiltrated America's underbelly.
Damn, that's sick. Oh. Yeah, like imagine just someone recount. Like I just can't focus. Everyone has different focus, whatever. I can't focus when it's someone just recounting a story and telling me about it.
The majority of this video is based on Scott Payne's book and podcast. Find the links in the description.
What I saw was a watery image. It was completely red, and there was a demon looking at me in that watery kind of ripple image with a grin and long crooked finger looking at me saying, "Come here," smiling.
Scott is 14 years old, and he's just seen a demon. The year before, his parents divorced, and Scott went down a dark path.
That's terrifying.
Consulting spirits, watching diabolical horror movies, satanic rituals, deals with the devil. That's what brought him here, a friend's house, spending the night. They've had a small amount of alcohol, but no drugs, no hallucinogens.
I would do like these little vignettes where I would pretend I was being possessed by a demon or I was the devil or whatever. I was on the couch and I was doing this scene from a movie where somebody is like being possessed by a demon. And so I'm fighting in my voice and then the demon voice comes in and there's this battle. And at the end, the demon wins and possesses the person. So that's what I act like happened. And I'm laughing like the demon and I rolled over.
It all started as a mock demonic possession, but then he actually saw a demonic figure. And this was his breaking point.
So let's just say after the demon scare, I got Jesus scared back into me, and that was it. Not that the devil was done with me, but I was done with him.
I got Jesus scared back into me.
Halloween night 2019. This is Scott on his final major undercover mission. And this is a goat. It was stolen and is now at the center of a pagan ritual. It's been nearly 35 years since Scott's first encounter with the devil, but on this night, the devil is all around him. And he's definitely not done with Scott.
Now, we're all in a circle around the goat.
That doesn't look like LeBron to me.
I don't know. It's bad luck on my part, I guess, but I'm holding the legs of the goat.
36 fun months. Thank you very much.
He's got this blade, he's bringing it up and bringing it down to practice swing, practice swing, practice swing. And finally somebody says, just do it. Eisen comes down with every bit of force he's got and hits the back strap of the goat, and I don't even know if it broke a hair. I don't know if it's because the back strap's too thick, the blade was too dull, but he hit it and all you heard the goat was just go bah, and I'm like, oh man, this is gonna get bloody and bad real fast.
The man swings again, nothing. Finally, the blade is replaced with a gun.
I said, whoa, whoa, whoa. And he's like, what? I'm like, man, look at what you're shooting at. We're all in a circle around this thing. And then he looks, puts a round right in the head of the goat, and it hits the ground.
Poor goat.
So you think you're done. No, you're not done. Now they slice the throat of the goat and they fill up a cup full of blood.
One of them pulls out a sheet of LSD. He approaches each man one by one.
Basically, they would take the hit of acid under their tongue, chase it with the blood of the goat to signify the sacrifice or solidify the sacrifice.
Scott is one of the few who decline.
So when it gets around to me at the end, I'm looking at the blood and it's already coagulated. It's all chunky and clotty, and I'm looking at it going, man, I really don't want to turn this up and drink it. I mean, this is disgusting. So I dipped my fingers deep into the blood, pulled them out, and then sucked all the blood off my fingers.
This is not the Ku Klux Klan. This group is younger, better equipped, and preparing for a bloodbath. And not only animal blood, but the blood of any human who isn't one of them. Jewish and Black Americans, and anyone they consider traitors to the white race. They're by far the most dangerous group Scott will ever infiltrate. Unfortunately for these tripping blood-drinking white supremacists, Scott Payne has other plans. It's exactly the kind of thing he spent the last 17 years working to prevent.
That is such a scary-ass, but sick job.
I became an FBI agent in 1998, and by 2002, I'd already done some undercovers for the FBI, but I wasn't yet certified through the FBI undercover
how an
school.
FBI agent infiltrated the KKK.
I finally got a slot.
September 2002, Quantico, Virginia. This is the FBI Academy.
Have you guys ever known
FBI agents? If you make it through the year-long
agents?
Application process, if you pass the physical and psychological assessments, the tests, the polygraphs, the interviews, the background checks, if you make it through all that,
is it
you
cool?
end up here
Like, are they
in a 20-week training program.
I don't know what I'm asking.
If you get through the 20 weeks, you become an
shows.
FBI agent. Scott's been here before. Now he's back, about to start the training program for undercover agents. Getting admission to the program is hard enough. Graduating is even harder.
Lots of different jobs.
Only about half the admittees make it through.
It's a 2-week school with no days off. We're very big on sleep deprivation. You're going through multiple scenarios of all shapes and sizes. And there's only 20 slots for the class.
Others break down. They make missteps during the high-pressure scenarios. They grow delirious and erratic from the lack of sleep. But Scott thrives. The sleep deprivation, the relentless role play, the grueling exercise. If anything, he feeds on it. Meanwhile, he's learning from his idols, legendary FBI agents like Joe Pistone, who spent 6 years undercover with the Bun-On-No crime family. But they don't always notice him.
I don't know about this story.
So I remember Joe Pistone coming to speak, and I was like a kid in a candy store, man. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is Donnie Brasco. This dude did 6 years undercover in the mafia. And he's teaching, but he has this thing where he keeps kind of wanting to walk right up to the desk. So he kept stepping on my feet. And, I was trying to get out of his way. And then finally, as he's teaching, he just looks down at me and he says, Jesus, kid, either you got the biggest feet I've ever seen or I can't see. And he throws a couple of bucks on the desk because he's like still in mafia mode. He throws a couple, he goes, hey, go get yourself a shine on me. And I just took my feet and shoved them under the seat, man.
Joe Pistone may have scuffed up Scott's shoes. What neither of them could have known at the time is that Scott would go on to fill Joe's. The FBI Academy trains agents to take down bad actors. More and more of these criminals operate online.
I thought this was an ad.
Identity thieves,
it is an
fraudsters,
ad.
The list goes
it's an ad.
Full of what you share online.
I knew. I was like, why is there the music
playing? Once I was certified as an undercover in the FBI, if you're looking on paper, I really didn't jump out.
Scott doesn't have a fancy degree. He doesn't speak any foreign languages. His nickname is Big Country, for obvious reasons. So he begins to work as an instructor at the school he just graduated from. Unorthodox, but it got him noticed by the right people.
I'm role-playing in these scenarios, and people that are there who are senior undercovers are watching because they're trying to recruit for other cases. And that's how my name started getting out there.
Cool!
So after months, there's finally a possible assignment, one that Scott is perfect for.
They're like, wait,
sure, he's a redneck with almost no foreign language skills, not suitable for many undercovers. But he has something most other agents don't. He doesn't need to pretend to be a hard-living misfit. He is one. He knows he'll feel at home where he's about to go, but he has no idea how close he'll grow to the criminals he's been assigned to infiltrate.
Oh my God.
And how hard it will be to turn on them.
You look
people
racist.
Always have their own
You're
opinion
perfect.
of what undercover work is. Some people say it's acting, some people say it's lying.
Oh, my bad.
Essentially, this is the definition of undercover work. You are building relationships that you're going to betray.
Scott is on a mission. And his targets, these men, have just arrived. They're members of the Outlaws motorcycle club, the main rivals of the Hells Angels. They've been implicated in drug trafficking, prostitution rings, money laundering, the list goes on. And they're notorious for violence against rival gangs.
Oh,
Infiltrating
I do need to
them
upgrade.
is exceedingly difficult. Scott Payne is here to do just that.
Hold on, I almost named my title KKK videos.
But there's a problem. Part of the intelligence Scott was given is wrong. He was told they wouldn't be wearing their colors. Obviously they are. Scott has hoped to strike up a casual conversation, letting the topic of motorcycles arise naturally. But these guys are advertising their gang affiliation. He can't just go up and say, "Hey, you guys ride." His only choice is to make them come to him.
You guys ride.
Luckily, another part of the intelligence is right. This guy, road named Spanky, loves to be the center of attention. So Scott steals it. He works the crowd. He tells jokes. He talks loudly. He draws attention to himself, making Spanky want to steal it back. Soon enough, Spanky asks where Scott is from and sends him a drink.
Spanky's called me over. He's introducing me to other people. And of course, I'm getting more scrutiny. The more people I meet, the more scrutinized I am.
Everything seems to be going well, but the real scrutiny happens somewhere else.
Leather gear.
So I walk into the bathroom, and as I'm at the urinal, in a lot of bars, there's like a little box in front of the urinal, plexiglass. It might be flyers for a band coming up or a stripper coming to town or something like that. So I can see a little bit of a reflection. And I see this jacked big dude come walking in. And I see him looking at each stall, and he's like, okay, that's empty. I see him looking under the stalls.
I need to pause.
To make sure nobody's in there.
It was so funny. The second prompt was perfect.
And then he comes walking up right beside me, and for a split second, I thought, oh, I'm getting jumped. I'm getting jacked right here. And that didn't happen.
All undercover FBI agents have a legend, a detailed made-up backstory that they have to commit to memory. He's from deep South Texas, up in Massachusetts for work. He loves Harleys and whiskey, and his name is Scott Calloway. As it so happens, the guy grilling him in the bathroom is also named Scott. Scott Town.
Yeah, it's nice of her.
A lot of undercovers, you bond with people, especially deep undercover long term.
Your favorite three-letter acronym.
There's never been another person I bonded with closer than Scott Town.
Oh my God.
For a year and a half, Scott gets to know the Outlaws. He drinks with them, rides with them, fights alongside.
Dude, that's actually crazy. A year and a half? Do you realize my closest friends right now, I've known for a year or less. I've known Duty for 8 months. And he's one of my closest friends, like in life. I've known Boger for 1 year. Like a year and a half. Nova. Fafa. That's a red flag about you? Why? Because I make new friends? You know what's a red flag about you? The fact that you don't make new friends. What the fuck? You don't make new friends ever? Are you like, can't keep old ones? I do have old friends. Are you retarded? Sorry, are you decelerated? The fuck you mean I don't keep old friends? I'm close with all my high school friends. What? Are you actually fucking brain damaged?
Them. He gains their trust. He becomes their friend. They call him Tex.
You just say you don't have any over a year. No. When the fuck did I say that, you fucking dumbass? You just said you don't have any over a year. When did I say that? I said my closest friends I've known for less than a year. Right now. What? Are you just genuinely dumb? Oh my God. Is this like, are you being stupid on purpose? Mom, fuck off.
Scott's legend may be a lie.
Oh my God, you're actually dumb. Wait, no, I need you out of here, actually. I need you out just for having a low IQ. Oh my God, oh my God. This cannot be in my chat.
Chips are real.
Jesus.
Scott Town becomes like a brother.
Need that cleanse.
He likes to drink, I like to drink. He likes to fight, I like to fight. He likes to ride and lift, I like to ride and lift. We completed each other's sentences.
Horrifyingly
cut from the same
stupid.
cloth.
They even both have a daughter who's the exact same age. Scott Town is kind of a doppelganger, the person Scott Payne might have become had he not gone into law enforcement. Another gang member, Brian.
Yeah, dude. Thank you for having a fucking brain. Thank you for having a fucking brain. Dude, I'm like stun-locked on how stupid that was. Oh my God. How are you that bad at comprehension? Like, yes, this. One of your closest friends would be a Scot. I've had Scots in my life, actually. I had my biggest Scot recently, surprisingly.
De la Vaga, aka Clothesline, also becomes a
You know
close
what also makes me think of Scot type things? Whenever I hear things about like spouses killing their partner. Like, do you know how scary that is? Like to be in a relationship, like to go through all the phases of a relationship and then get murdered by the person you trust the most, supposedly. Like, that's horrifying.
friend of Scott's.
He said, and these guys are my brothers, and I grew up around them.
She couldn't keep me.
He said, but I really don't have that many friends. Somebody that I know would take a bullet for me, and that I would take a bullet for. And in my mind, I'm looking at his face, and I'm going, oh, no, man, don't say it. And he looks at me and says, you're one of those guys.
Tomorrow is the big day.
Wait.
Over the...
He said,
no, that
and
hurts.
these guys are my brothers, and I grew up around them. He said, but I really don't have that many friends. Somebody that I know would take a bullet for me, and that I would take a bullet for. And in my mind, I'm looking at his face, and I'm going, oh, no, man, don't say it. And he looks at me and says, you're one of those guys.
That's what he said. Dude, a year and a half. Oh my God. Okay, anyway, going back to what I was saying before that fucking D-cell made that comment, is as I was saying, some of my closest friends right now, I've known for less than a year, such as Boger and Duty. And I mean, Cam I've only known for 3 months. And then Boger I've known for a year. And Duty I've known for 8 months. And I would consider them some of my closest friends right now. And that's less time than he has had. You know what I'm saying? Like it mentally thinking about mentally thinking about Duty or Boger or Cam fucking me over would be like that's not even a thought in my mind. Cause I'm like, they're my friends. They would never fuck me over. They're my friends. So like a year, oh my God, a year and a half? Like, can you imagine a year and a half? Oh my God. You know, like, holy shit.
Tomorrow is the big day.
What do you think about, what about you having to fuck them over?
Last year,
I wouldn't be able to. That's why this seems so difficult. I would not be able to.
Scott has convinced the outlaws that he's a high-ranking member of an international theft ring.
Oh my God.
They begin running jobs together. It begins small, with insurance fraud and vehicle trafficking. An outlaw reports a motorcycle as stolen. He then files an insurance claim, while Scott sells the motorcycle across the border. A double win. Money from the insurance company, money from the sale.
Dude, oh my God, sorry. I'm still fantasizing. I don't think I would be able to be an undercover agent because, first of all, well, for multiple reasons, but for just like fucking, oh my God. Like if I had to infiltrate a gang or something, I feel like I would infiltrate and then be like, you guys aren't so bad. Like you guys said you would take a bullet for me. I mean, I love you guys now. Like, you guys are like brothers and sisters to me. Like, I can't. Guys, fine. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm an FBI agent, and I'm so sorry, but I was going to fuck you guys over. But then now that I'm in your gang, I've realized you guys are really nice people, and I want to stay. I'm going to fuck over the FBI for you guys because you guys have been so nice and hospitable to me. I think that's what would happen. Oh, my God. Like, this is a lot.
They do this again and again, with motorcycles and other vehicles. But tomorrow's job is different. Some of the outlaws will be serving as security during a major drug deal.
Shoot you.
A gig arranged by Scott himself.
No,
He's revealed that he has
shoot
connections
me.
with a Mexican drug cartel. No surprise, considering his line of work and his proximity to the Mexican border.
They would
the stakes
thank
are
me
high.
for my honesty.
If they get caught, they'll be looking at serious jail time. And if something goes wrong during the deal, the bullets will start flying.
Yeah, they would accept me for who I am.
So when Scott is told to meet the outlaws at their clubhouse, he's not surprised. They probably want to go over the plan one last time.
Thanks you
Scott
for
arrives.
taking a bullet.
The place is familiar. He's been here countless times. He knows what's behind every door in the building.
Said that.
Except one.
Take me with the
Clothesline
bullet.
leads him to that very door.
Dude.
Now he realizes that something is wrong.
Oh, shit.
Scott is told to strip. They need to check him for a wire.
Because of the stress of this happening, I forget my middle name. I'm having an adrenaline dump. And for anybody who's ever had it, it can be any traumatic experience, but I'm having auditory exclusion. So what I hear sounds like I'm underwater. It's going whoosh, whoosh, so it's slow. I need you to take all your clothes off. It's slowing down. I'm getting time dilation in my eyes. Everything I see is in string grabs. Click, click,
It's hearing
click.
basketball noises.
I can feel my heart beating through my entire body. My hamstrings get rubbery. Now, Clothesline has instructed me to take all my clothes off. Here's what I'll tell you. If I'm not wired, it's just an embarrassing moment. I'm naked in a small crawl space with two guys with pistols. Problem is, I'm wired to the hilt.
But they don't find anything. Scott's recording equipment is not taped to his chest, but in his clothing.
So my adrenaline starts settling, and I'm starting to come back to normal, and I think I'm done. And I get my pants back up. I don't know if I have my boots on yet or not. And then Clothesline grabs a piece of clothing that I was wearing. And that piece of clothing has a recording device in it. And I'm watching him, and he starts grabbing the clothing, and he's going through it nice and slow with his fingers. And I don't realize I do it, but there's an audible sigh. You can hear me go, because I don't even know. I don't even know I'm doing it. And he looks right at it and misses it.
Fuck.
And I live to fight another day. I live to fight another day.
That's so scary.
Two moving trucks enter the parking lot of the Brockton Holiday Inn. One is filled with drugs. The other is filled with money. A Mexican drug cartel is selling 40 kilograms of cocaine and 1,000 pounds of marijuana to Canadian buyers. The Mexicans aren't taking any risks. They've arranged an American security detail, the Outlaws. Surveillance at every entrance. 4 men in the parking lot there to provide protection, unload the drugs, and count the money. Everyone is armed and antsy. One false move and all hell could break loose. The deal is wrapped up quickly. The transfer is complete. All the money's there. The Outlaws are particularly relieved.
I get overstimulated,
but this is their first time working with a cartel. Now they'll get paid $15,000 for their services. Scott counts out the cash. He did it. He successfully tricked them. The cartel? FBI agents. The Canadians? Also FBI agents. 8 months later, a hotel in Nevada. Scott's been laying low, coordinating his undercovers from afar. His outlaw friends think he's going through a divorce. In reality, he's been diagnosed as overassigned after experiencing a severe stress-related panic attack. He's been ordered to take a 6-month timeout. He's been teaching during this time.
Oh, that was
his current class, ironically enough, is called Undercover Stressors. All the students have gone to bed, but Scott's only just returned to his hotel room. It's early 4 or 5 a.m. The drug deal back in November gave the FBI all the evidence necessary to arrest and imprison multiple outlaw members, but the operation has continued. Until today, the day of the takedown. Scott doesn't think he'll hear from any of them again, but then his phone rings.
Oh my God!
It's Scott Town.
No!
And he's concerned. He's heard some arrests were made, and he wanted his friend to know about it. He says he's...
Oh, that hurts my feelings. Oh, that hurts my feelings. Why does that hurt my feelings so much? And they they met, actually, top 10 anime betrayals. Like, yeah, they're trying to warn him. Oh my God.
He's going to take a shower and gather more information. He'll report back.
And the last words we spoke to each other were, he said, "I love you, brother." And I said, "I love you too." And that was the last words I spoke to him. And probably about 45 minutes after that, a SWAT team hit his house and he went to jail.
In the end, 15 outlaws were arrested as a result of Operation Roadkill. One of them was sentenced to 21 years in prison.
No, I don't think they're violent racists. That's not the KKK. This isn't about the KKK. They're not racist. They're just criminals. They weren't the racist ones, I don't think.
Clothesline got 12.5 years. Scott Town, 7. The outlaws never saw their friend Scott Calloway again. The Ku Klux Klan emerged in the wake of the American Civil War. From the very beginning, they were racist to the core. raining terror and death on black Americans. In the late 19th century, they flogged, tortured, and lynched politically active black men, raped their wives, shot their
KKK
children,
segment.
and burned their schools.
Yeah, they're just like
Historians
riding
consider
their little
them to be
bikes
America's
with the
first terrorist
boys.
movement. Today, the KKK remains
They're
active,
just like riding their
but only as a shadow of
motorcycles.
its former self. Fewer members, less influence. However, burning crosses is still one of their favorite things to do, and they've stayed true to their roots. Naturally, as a terrorist organization, they
Just like a side note, other than the racism and all that bad shit, I feel like all the shit they do with like the rituals and stuff is just such a waste of time. Like, if you're gonna be a white supremacist group, like why do you need to do all these rituals and stuff? Like is that like, yeah, it's just a waste of time and materials. They're
have
just so boring.
to act in secrecy. You might assume that infiltrating them as an FBI agent is not the easiest feat.
So lame.
So you may ask yourself,
Wasting math.
how do you contact the United Klans of
There's still an active Klan chapter to your hometown. That's so scary.
America?
That is so
Well,
scary.
it turns out the group I was looking at had a hotline.
Scott starts talking to a guy named John Jack, a Klansman whose passion for Jack
Roleplay
Daniels earned him his
enjoyers.
nickname.
They're into it mostly
Scott
for
tells
the
him
lore.
he's got the number from a group of bikers he met at a gas station. It's a plausible
Oh yeah,
story.
you're right. It is very
Scott looks the
cultist,
part,
and
and
they're
his time with the outlaws
pretty
taught him how to play it.
stupid.
Biker gangs and white supremacists often run in the same circles. Jack starts talking about
my
this
bad.
rally that's coming up.
Fuck. No! So you're telling me Scott Town was racist? No! No, but he was such a nice guy! But he seems so nice! The motorcycle club people are racist too. Come on, Scott, this isn't you! You're better than this! How about you just sell meth in a non-racist way? They said the outlaws were racist at the start? Damn it! Fanfan cries for the KKK. I'm not crying. And it wasn't the KKK. It was the outlaws. They're not the KKK. I just didn't know they were also racist.
Vendors, burning crosses,
Scott,
country
I love you,
music,
brother.
the
Come on,
usual.
be better.
But there's a problem.
He said, I'm not going to lie to
Yeah.
you, Scott. I had a band lined up, but the singer just got locked up, and I really don't know what the hell I'm going to do about music.
I like
And
the way he
thought,
talks.
This could be my end. And I said, did I happen to mention that I'm a musician and a singer? I said, well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll bring my acoustic and my PA system. When
Yeah, I
I get
thought they
there,
were
you
just
can
a
come meet
biker
me by the
group.
car. I'll strum a couple of tunes for you if you think I suck.
Tunes
And he's
for
like,
you?
oh, hell, this is going to be great. It's going to be great.
Scott doesn't know that he just signed up for something far more sinister.
Wait, he didn't even know he was signing up for the KKK?
April 21st, 2017. It's the day of the Ku Klux Klan rally.
I got lost multiple times.
Hold on. Oh, he did. Oh, sorry. I got lost. Who's the one who called him up and asked him to go to this event? He didn't know what their plan was. Okay. The KKK hotline. John Jack? So who? Wait, are you serious? Oh wait, you guys are joking? You guys aren't joking. Oh, you're not joking. Literally a KKK hotline? I thought you were joking.
That's coming up. Vendors,
I need to go back. What the fuck?
The group. How
Okay,
did
infiltrating
here.
them as a terrorist organization, they have to act in secrecy. You might assume that infiltrating them as an FBI agent is not the easiest feat.
So you may ask
This is the
yourself,
part I missed. Okay.
how do you contact the United Klans of America? Well, it turns out the group I was looking at had a hotline.
Oh, okay.
Scott starts talking to a guy named John
I see.
Jack,
Literally
a
on the
Klansman whose
hotline.
passion for Jack Daniels earned him this nickname. Scott tells him
John
he's
Jack.
got the number from a group of bikers he met at
When you said John Jack, I thought you were kidding as well. I thought you guys were just joking. Haha, John Jack on the KKK hotline. No, literally John Jack on the KKK
a gas
hotline.
station. It's a plausible story. Got
Okay,
the number
I'm
from a group of bikers he met at a
Bikers,
gas
he met at a
station.
Okay.
It's a plausible story. Scott looks the part, and his time with the outlaws taught him how to play it. Biker gangs and white supremacists often run in the same circles. Jack
Okay.
starts talking about this rally that's coming
Got
up.
it.
Vendors, burning crosses, country music, the usual.
Rally.
But there's a problem.
He said, I'm not going to lie to you, Scott.
Okay, and this is
I had a band line, and I thought I'm a musician.
okay.
But
Far more sinister. Day of the Klan rally.
I got lost multiple times until I finally drove up on this empty, I don't know, lot fenced in the middle of nowhere, but it wasn't hard to spot because the Nighthawks, which would be the Klan members in all black, who were the security force, are all standing at the gate with guns. And a lot of these people were felons.
Scott's ready for an interesting time. He's been to plenty of biker gatherings, and perhaps this will be similar. During his mission, Scott will be taught the KKK's constitution and bylaws, studying the Black Klansman Handbook, which he'll learn to refer to
Black Klansman Handbook. For being the KKK, they sure do like black things.
as the Cloran. He'll become familiar with the original mystic insignia of the Klansmen. He'll learn this all in class with a K, so that he can pass the K-Uno test.
Why are they so obsessed with it? Wait, oh my god, the KKK is actually like so, it's just so cringe. It's so cringe. Like, racism aside and everything, like, come on, you're gonna do that many puns? You're gonna go to class with a K? You're gonna call it the Chloron with a K? Oh my god, this is so embarrassing. Like, it's just so cringe.
A prerequisite
cringe with a K.
Fit for a robe. K-Uno stands for character, honor.
Come on! Character with a K? It's just so unnecessary. It's like you can be racist without doing all this. But like, racism also bad. Don't be racist. But like, the branding is crazy.
Duty. It's getting dark.
Shout out Duty.
And he's been invited to participate in a naturalization ceremony. He has no idea what this means, but all the newbies are doing
embarrassing.
it. He'd stick out if he didn't. And that's how he finds
I'm sorry.
dark. And he's been invited to participate in a naturalization ceremony.
Wait, if you watch Gideon's video when he interviews a KKK leader, you realize how cringe and just how dumb they really are. I've never seen anything, but like, obviously they're fucking dumb. But I just didn't expect it to be this cringe. Like,
no idea.
I don't think there's a better word. Like, corny. This is really corny.
What this means. But all the newbies are doing it.
No, I've never seen.
He'd stick out if he didn't. And that's how he finds himself in the middle.
Stop! Why is that? Stop! What? Shit, I can't think of any word that doesn't start with a C. It's embarrassing. There.
The field, blindfolded, holding the shoulder of the man in front of him. A gesture meant to signify brotherhood. They are told to raise their right hands and repeat an oath.
Yeah, it's just so goofy.
From this moment forward.
And then they tell us to get down on our knees.
To fostering the welfare of the white race.
So I'm on my knees, blindfolded.
And further the work of America's greatest movement.
This shit sounds like it's written by a middle schooler writing a fan fiction. Like, this is real.
They take my blindfold off, and there's a Ku Klux Klan member in a green robe, and he has this sword, and he kind of knights me.
Stop, fan fiction.
And then we all hug, and there's like a little bit of a celebration, and I'm not sure what happened. And then it hits me as I'm walking to my truck. I'm like, I think I just joined the damn Klan. Yep, that's what that was. So I got naturalized in the Ku Klux Klan that night.
He's like, well.
Scott's time at the KKK will end up being relatively short-lived. The case isn't really going anywhere. And there's another group coming into focus, a far more dangerous one.
In the FBI, we started encountering
right?
more violent type extremism, not the KKK types. We're talking advanced neo-Nazism. And it led me to an accelerationist group called The Base.
The base mission will provide to be far more extreme than anything Scott has ever seen.
The network of violent white supremacists. An extremist group known as The Base.
Violent neo-Nazi terrorist.
Paramilitary group called The Base.
Can you stop? This, are you kidding me? This looks so stupid. It's not even that funny. I don't know why I'm laughing so hard.
On August 11th, 2017, crowds of people marched through the campus of the University of Virginia in Charlottesville, chanting racist and anti-Semitic slogans. They were protesting the removal of a statue of Robert E. Lee, the famous Confederate general.
Can we maybe not type like the KKK? I feel like it's a bad look.
The next day, they were met by counter-protesters, and things quickly turned violent. Then they turned deadly.
Can we not laugh at it?
A white supremacist drove his car into a crowd of counter-protesters. injuring 35 people and killing Heather Heyer. Surprising proof that white supremacy persists in America. To others, it was a grim reminder and frightening evidence that white supremacists were feeling emboldened
Turtoise bee.
to come out of the shadows.
Of course, he's annoyed.
The first accelerationist group emerged in 2015. The right test. Okay. Then they turned deadly, and things quickly turned violent. Then they turned deadly. A white supremacist drove his car into a crowd of counter-protesters, injuring 35 people and killing Heather Heyer. For some, the Unite the Right rally was a wake-up call, surprising proof that white supremacy persists in America.
Exactly, just go watch the video yourself.
To others, it was a grim reminder, and frightening evidence that white supremacists were feeling emboldened enough to come out of the shadows. The first accelerationist group emerged in 2015. They called themselves
No way!
35 people and killing Heather Heyer.
No
For some, the Unite the Right rally was a wake-up call.
What are the chances?
Surprising proof that white supremacy persists in America. To others, it was a grim reminder and frightening evidence that white supremacists were feeling emboldened enough to come out of the shadows. The first accelerationist group emerged in 2015. They called themselves Atomwaffen Division. They'd been inspired by the writings of the neo-Nazi James Mason, whose book Siege had become a sort of Bible for accelerationists. The book denies the Holocaust and attacks homosexuals and Jewish people. It also calls for organized violence, specifically for the formation of terror cells prepared to wage war against the system. Initially regarded as fringe or even cringe, accelerationism steadily gained traction. By 2021, roughly 90% of white nationalist groups identified as accelerationist.
Hey, I draw the line.
That same year, the U.S. Director of National Intelligence identified racially motivated violent extremists as the most lethal domestic terrorism threat. More than other white supremacist ideologies, accelerationism insists on the importance of direct violent action, the kind of action taken by the people they call saints. Like Saint Tarrant for Brent Tarrant, the Australian white supremacist.
I lived with a guy who ended up joining that group. He was a piece of shit. That is that's crazy lore.
Who attacked 2 mosques in Christchurch, New Zealand. He killed 51 people. Or Saint Roof for Dylan Roof, who killed 9 people, all black, during a church service in Charleston, South Carolina. This is the kind of action accelerationists believe in. Action that will further destabilize society, that might finally lead to societal chaos.
Yeah, I bet he was a horrible roommate too.
This. Roof, for example, said he'd hoped to ignite a race war. Failing that, though, the purpose is to inspire more violence, which is exactly what such attacks have done. Scott Payne just signed up on Facebook. He's about to publish another racist post. His goal is to get banned. But nothing happens. A fellow agent points out that he doesn't have any friends. He adds a few people, and that does it. He's promptly kicked off. Okay, well done.
Okay.
Next up is Gab, a social networking site well known for its tolerant stance towards far-right users. He participates in forums with names like Whites Only. This will further elevate his credentials. On July 15th, 2019, he writes an email. I've been seeing your stuff, and I'm definitely interested. Survival and self-defense. I like it. The next day, a ping.
Thanks for contacting the base. You can learn more about us on our official Gab account at the base. If you're interested in joining, please provide the following info to begin the vetting process.
The base is a white supremacist neo-Nazi group. They were just founded a year ago, and they are accelerationists through and through. Their plan entails assassinations, sabotage, and...
Hey guys, white power, Hitler, Nazi lover, 88 here.
Acts of terrorism. Their targets are black people, Jewish people, and anyone they consider traitors to the white race.
That's exactly the kind of names they use too. That's so stupid. Like, oh my God. Like, you know what's dumb? Like, how are you gonna make racism like your whole fucking personality, dude? Oh my God.
They want to
like,
do guerrilla warfare tactics, so it's murdering people
fucking
and disappearing.
cornballs.
It's poisoning a water system, taking down a power grid, derailing the train, anything that causes chaos.
The idea is that after the collapse, the group's cells scattered across the world will form white ethno-states led by white supremacists. This event, total societal collapse, has a
Might
special
be
name,
my entire sense
the
of humor.
Boogaloo. Now, Scott is trying to join them. They ask for his
get
name,
a job.
White Warrior 88, and his age, 44. Scott Payne is actually 48, but he knows most base members are between 18 and 25. He wants to seem as young as possible. Sex, race, location, military experience, fitness level, special training, and organization affiliations.
Smart.
Here, his past undercover experiences pay off.
Training.
He mentions the Klan and biker gangs.
Okay.
So here I am, approximately for a week or more.
Nice.
I'm emailing back and forth.
Nice.
To
he
somebody
has.
with
Oh
a
my God, that's why the earlier part was good, because he has a good fucking resume
Proton email account.
for being.
And they're
like, a
asking me all
racist.
kinds of questions about my
He's got
ethnicity,
racism street
what I
cred.
can bring to the table, what is my history. And I laid out a story that I was a old biker, shocker, and a former skinhead from South Carolina.
As Scott would find out later, the owner of that email account was none other than the founder of the base himself. Online, he's known as Norman Spear.
Yes. Oh, yes.
And Roman Wolf.
Oh my
He's
God.
been on the public's radar since 2018, but his true identity is unknown.
He got contacted
That
by
is,
the
unless you're in
owner
the FBI.
because of his credentials.
Ronaldo Nazaro is 45, American, born in New Jersey. He'd worked as a contractor in Iraq for the Department of Justice. Now he's in Russia, but it's 2019. You can organize neo-Nazis into a network of accelerationist insurgents from just about anywhere. The email exchange continues for less than a week. Then, Scott is invited for a phone interview. It's supposed to take 30 minutes, but ends up lasting an hour.
Oh my God.
Now, both Scott and the base have a 24-hour grace period.
White supremacist
After
named
that,
Ronaldo.
Scott will need to make the decision.
Wait, yeah. How are you gonna, like, surely you change your name. I didn't even think about that. What the fuck?
Does he truly want to join?
I passed the test and they bring me in and they asked me, hey, where are you located?
So
and I said
why?
in East Tennessee.
I can't say
And
that.
they said
I can't say that because of the other version, but yes, very fan fiction.
closest cell to you is in North Georgia.
That's where Scott will have to pass one final test, an in-person vetting session.
Scary.
August 2, 2019,
Scary.
Rome, Georgia. To Scott, the men look more like boys. He knows that one of them is the leader of the base's Rome cell, but that's it.
Really? These are the people that are the white supremacists? Really? You want everyone to look like you? Like this is not a good representation of like the world would be a better place if we were all white. Like really?
It.
Yeah, those are the superior ones. Sure.
They tell him to step out of his truck. Scott isn't wearing a wire. He knows they'll check. But hidden in his truck
White
is a tracking
supremacist
device
Discord server.
put there by his case team. As long as Scott is near his truck, his team will be able to find him.
I step out, shake hands or whatever.
Yeah,
and
real
he says, hey, I need
superior
you to put your
genetics
phone
there,
in
buddy.
airplane mode. And I said, okay. He pulls out this wand thing that I'd never seen before. It looked like a Geiger counter. It had a big triangle card in it, lights all over it. He wands me,
Accelerationist.
and I pass because I'm fine, I don't have anything. Then he starts wanding my truck. No big deal.
Racism
Until he starts
detector.
going to the back driver's side of my truck, which is where the case team placed my tracker. That thing he's holding in his hand starts going crazy. The closer he gets to the back of the truck, it starts
terrifying.
beeping. I see colors going on it. I'm like, oh no, man, it's picking up the tracker.
Scott braces for a fight. He's alone. His team knows where he is, but they have no idea something is wrong. But he gets lucky. The other guy wonders if the device is picking up the power lines.
And he walks
Smart.
over and it goes crazy. And he's like, damn it, yeah, or whatever he says. Yeah, it's the power lines. Hey, follow
Oh
us
my
to another
God.
location.
Scott has to act fast. He has to get the tracker.
I'm sorry. Is the other guy stupid? Like,
Deactivated.
And I'm calling the case team and I'm like, hey, you need to shut that tracker off. And at first they're like, well, we can't shut it
yes, they're stupid, but like, holy fuck.
off. And I'm like,
So
you
stupid.
have to shut it off. And they're like, well, if
It
we
must
shut
have
it
been the
off,
wind.
we're not sure. What if we can't get it back on and we lose you? I said, here's what I'm telling you. Whatever they have is picking up the tracker. If you don't shut it off, this is going to be a very fast undercover because it's going to be over as soon as we get to where we're going.
They arrive at an abandoned concrete plant.
And I'm thinking to myself, oh, this is great. How many movies have I seen where somebody's killed in an abandoned concrete plant? I hope they got the tracker off. They pull out the wand, they wand me.
Nice.
And I passed.
Scott is in. By this point, Scott's been around the block, the outlaws, the Ku Klux Klan, but nothing could prepare him for what comes next. Scott has been with the base for over 2 months now. As a boy, he loved camping with his parents and friends. He'd explore the woods, go fishing. But the camping trip he's just been invited to isn't like the ones he used to go on. The list of things to bring contains some unusual items. Weapons, ammunition, and the same kind of camouflage. Fleck tar.
Tent if you want a personal tent with privacy and don't want to cuddle with the bros in the big tent. Is that actually what they said? I wonder if this is like actually what they wrote.
Worn by the German military.
Why are they? I thought they hated. I thought they were homophobic. Why are they making like like cute little gay jokes?
Military. This is no ordinary camping trip. This is a hate camp, an extended training session to prepare members for the Boogaloo. Hand-to-hand combat, weapons drills, grappling. By now, Scott has attended a number of similar training sessions, but this one is different. It's longer.
I don't know why this got me. Deeky white.
3 to 4 days, and it's bigger, with base members coming in from around the country: Texas, Alabama, Michigan, Delaware. He's familiar with many of the men he'll be camping with. At least he knows most of their online pseudonyms. Can't Go Back, Ison, Punish Snake, Dima, Big Siege, Zoomnat.
Then his name is White Warrior 88.
All from out of state. And of course he knows
Fuck, they have like
his fellow Georgia cell members,
Snake.
Helter Skelter and Pestilence, who vetted Scott back in August with the cell leader himself.
Pestilence.
TMB, the militant Buddhist. Everyone knows Scott by his code
Buddhist?
name, Pale Horse.
Oh, Pale
When you're an
Horse. I thought he was
agent,
White
some
Warrior.
cliches are true. Scott has learned to expect the unexpected, yet he fails to expect what would happen at the Halloween hate camp.
I wake up to pounding on my window. Pale horse, you gotta wake up, you gotta wake up. I'm like, what's up, man? What's going on?
He's a
They're like,
Mata
hey,
Aryan kitten.
you gotta get out here and see this. I've been doing undercover since 1996 at this point, and I have never been with a group of people where I had to burn Bibles, burn American flags. I damn sure wasn't part of a group that went out and stole a goat and we sacrificed it at a pagan ritual and drank its blood. And I did all that in 3 days with these guys.
Fucking wild.
After they decapitated the goat,
Such a cliche though. Like, it's just so cliche.
the group comes together for a barbecue. They roast the goat over an open fire and have it for dinner. All of this, of course, while tripping balls. It's impossible to know what blossomed in their brains that night, what hallucinatory horrors they saw. If their drug-fueled fantasies were anything like their sober ones, then they dreamed of death and destruction, of killing Black Americans, Jews, anti-fascists, and communists, of the Boogaloo. Scott has become upsettingly familiar with these fantasies and with the beliefs that produce them. Behind each
Wait, if you go a bit deep in the international connection of fascists, it gets really crazy. Nearly every country has a lot of super far right trained army guys, even in special forces, which are connected with international fascist groups who prepare for Day X. In Europe, and even connected with... It's international.
is a young man, and within each young man is a darkness. The militant Buddhist real name is
they
Luke
are
Lane.
mimicking stuff
If
they
the
read on the
Boogaloo
internet.
requires it, he says he could kill his dad.
Sorry, I need to go back.
Scott has become upsettingly familiar with these fantasies and with the beliefs that produce them. Behind each pseudonym is a young man, and within each young man is a darkness. The militant Buddhist real name is Luke Lane. If the Boogaloo requires it, he says he could kill his dad. Pestilence is Jacob Cotterly. He believes Hitler is still alive. Michael Helterbrand, aka Helter Skelter, says he'd have no problem killing a commie kid.
What does that even mean?
A Snake, a former Canadian soldier who'd been doxxed by an undercover journalist, gets emotional talking about it, but he knows he'll have to kill his ex-fiancée when the Boogaloo kicks off. She's half black. Scott Payne records all of this, and as he earns their trust...
How did he get in if he dated a half black girl? Like, how did he get in? Because if I was there, I'd be like, how do I know you're reformed? You know? he had an awakening during the relationship. He got intel.
Records more.
And we did more and more trainings through that Saturday, but by that Saturday night, we went back down to the holy site and had a bonfire. And that's where
I thought she was
the
only
American
a quarter.
flags were burned. That's where holy Bibles were set on fire. And everybody's screaming, death to your, F your Jewish God, death to America. And
Henry, thank you for the new Prime. Welcome.
when that training camp ended,
It was his undercover
that's
off.
when I advanced even more in them trusting me. And that's when TMB and Pestilence started bringing me in on murder plots that they had.
The whatever Buddhist.
It's more than
Famously
2 months
very
later,
filthy.
and Scott is back at TMB's farm, the 100-acre property where the Halloween hate camp took place.
Want friends to go
For the last
camping.
few weeks, TMB has been talking about another camping trip, but he's been cagey.
Oh my god, like how the fuck do you get to this point? Like sometimes I'll see people commenting on Twitter and in my mind I'll be like, how the fuck do you get to that point where like you're so, you know everything that's going on the internet somehow and you have no fucking life and no job and no friends. But like this is even more extreme. Like you're dedicating your life to being a racist. How do you have time for that? Like genuinely, where, like, are they trust fund babies? Get a job.
He doesn't want to share information via chat. Scott has convinced him to meet. He wants details. It turns out the camping trip isn't a camping trip. It's a hit job.
TMB creates a separate chat room called the camping trip. And when he was saying we're going on a camping trip, what he was saying is we're going to kill somebody.
Their target is an active Antifa couple in the Georgia area.
It was going to be me, TMB, Pestilence, and Helter Skelter. And we were all going to make entry into the house. TMB wanted me to go with him to kill everybody, while Helter Skelter would be covering out the window to make sure no cops were coming and stuff like that, or help. And then Pestilence was going to set the house on fire. But in the planning of everything, at one point, Helter Skelter says, hey,
chill jobless?
if you don't mind, I'd
No,
like...
I just feel like, do you get what I mean though? Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's bad. Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, their job is being racist.
Cherry on
Like, how is this your job?
this one. That confused me because it means something completely different to me.
Yeah, like
and
if
I'm
you like if you had a life, if you had friends, if you had a job and friends and a life, you probably would not be this fucking racist.
What do you mean? And he said, I would like to actually put a bullet in somebody's head as well.
After casing the house,
Like,
they
all they
begin the
have
next
is
phase of the murder
racism.
plot. Planning.
It was pretty extensive. Like, you go to a camping site, we leave everything digital, everything phones, everything there. We go scrub ourselves at a pay-by-the-hour motel. We tape our pants to our shoes, our gloves to our shirts.
Convinced me your job
Vaseline
is
on
being
eyebrows and
racist
facial
too.
hair. See, this is all to avoid leaving DNA for law enforcement. At one point, TMB had done research, and he said that he read that the first time somebody kills somebody, they lose control of their bowels. So he was suggesting that we all wear adult diapers. I didn't tell him that I'd killed somebody before, but I told him I think I'm okay. I don't need any diapers. I was just as shocked when I got brought in on this murder plot as most people were. But while this is going on, the Baltimore cell, which is Can't Go Back and Eisen and Punish Snake, are planning to go to this Second Amendment gun rights rally.
Wait, yeah. What happens if? Sorry, I was thinking of this. Whenever these things get caught in a sting, like 3 or 4 or more, are all always feds and never go to jail. What do they? They don't know, do they? Like if I were to infiltrate this group, I don't get told, oh, Scott's actually an FBI agent, so like you've got a friend in him. Like you just go in, and then we're both pretending to okay. So they don't get told. That's so much worse. Well, no, it's just scarier because you don't have a friend.
In Virginia, that they thought was going to be the kickoff of the
Could give them up on
Boogaloo
accident?
and
Oh, okay,
the D-Day,
yeah.
the race war. Their idea was they knew you're going to have a bunch of Second Amendment people there, militias, 3%ers.
Stop crying.
You're going to have cops. You're going to have protesters. What if you pop a couple of rounds into that crowd? Nobody know who's shooting at who, and everybody
I think
starts shooting
Fanfan
each
is
other.
a believable
That could be
white
the setup.
supremacist.
Scott and his team know they have to stop him, and there's no time to lose. The pro-firearms rally is on January 20th, 2020, just a few months away. They jump into action.
Hawkeye, thank you for the new tier
a flurry
one.
of activity,
Mario, thank you for the
meeting,
new
coordinating,
prime.
and planning. Finally, the day of the bust arrives.
It's a Wednesday, and I'm in Rome, Georgia. I pick up Luke.
Wait, there's a whole ass thing about how the FBI arrested like 8 people or something in relation to an assassination plot, and turns out like 6 out of 8 people were FBI or police. What? That's hilarious. And also, yeah, that's just fucking funny.
Who's TMB to go to lunch, and we pull out, and as I'm driving down the road,
happens a lot.
I knew.
Yeah, I was gonna say, at what point does it become entrapment? Oh, they can't bring up the idea. Okay.
What my ruse
Okay. That makes sense.
was going to be. I was going to say something was wrong with the truck, but
I don't know anything.
You know what? The truck made some loud sound I've never heard. I didn't hit anything. Something just went, and I was like, did you hear that? He's like, yeah, and I go,
okay.
man.
Okay, I understand.
Dude, I knew what my ruse was going to be. I was going to say something was wrong with the truck, but sure as, you know what? The truck made some loud sound I've never heard. I didn't hit anything. Something just went, and I was like, did you hear that? He's like, yeah, and I go, man, if my brake calipers are frozen again, I'm gonna be, because that did happen. So I took a left out of his neighborhood, pre-planned by the SWAT team, and I pull up tight to a fence. And as I go, hey, I'm gonna get out and check the truck. So I'm walking around the back of the truck, another vehicle pulls up. He doesn't know who they are. I know who they are. They're part of the case team. And the guy says, hey man, you need any help with that? And I look up and I'm like, oh my gosh. I can't believe it's you. What are you doing in Rome, Georgia? He goes, what are you doing here? I'm like, man, I haven't seen you. And as I'm doing that, there's the distraction. Here comes a Bearcat with a SWAT team over the hill, barreling down the hill.
Holy shit.
But Luke's looking at me, not at the car coming. And when that thing's coming, I jump in the back of the agent's truck and I'm like, go, go, go. And you could hear the SWAT team giving commands. And luckily, the arrest went down without an incident.
The next morning, SWAT teams arrested Eisen, Can't Go Back, and Punish Snake.
Essentially, we kind of tore down the base.
Luke Lane, aka TMB, was sentenced to 6 years in prison. Jacob Cotterly, Pestilence, got 13. William
Only 6?
Bilbro, Eisen, 5.
What, 5?
Patrick Matthews, Punish Snake, and Brian Lemley, Can't Go Back.
I'm sorry. How? 5 years later. Oh yeah, they didn't kill anyone yet. But still, like, what do you think he's going to be reformed 5 years later?
9 years. According to a recent Guardian article, the base is enjoying a resurgence. Its founder, Ronaldo Nazzaro, continues to live in St. Petersburg. Scott retired in June 2021. At his
oh my God, so he's
retirement
out
ceremony,
now.
attended by friends, family, colleagues, and top FBI brass, June 30th was named Scott Payne Day.
Damn. Scott Payne is sick. Let me read the comments on this. How in the fuck do they give weed dealers 20 years in prison, but if you try to plot and coordinate multiple murders slash terrorism, you get 9 years max? Some random Jamaican dad selling weed, 30 years in prison. A literal hate group which has killed people before, 9 years in prison. Less than 50. Okay. The dad lore gonna go crazy. The fact most of the people he caught are out of prison now. Also this. Wait, let me read about this. With the sentence of the criminals being so short, I would be afraid to have my identity out there if I was him. Yes, dude. This is the Scott part, isn't it?
And I said, I love you too.
Yeah!
And that was the last words I spoke to him.
Okay. They get it. It is sad, even though, well, it is sad. I know these are people who've done very, very bad things, but God, how hard must it be to form these real relationships and still do the right thing and turn them in? The inner conflict must go crazy, especially knowing he saw himself in Scott, like he was cut from the same cloth, and what might have happened to him if he didn't go into law enforcement.